I'm Jim Spencer. I brought this old sign up here that I had, this valve lifter sign. I was in the cranks myself. It was at some club event that the valve lifters were putting on, and some guy says, "Hey," he says, "will you take this with you and hold on to it?" He says, "I ain't got no room in my car." So consequently I did, and thusly all the car clips seemed to be breaking up, so I ended up with this thing. And so what I did with it is, it was in my rig, and I finally threw it up at the top of the garage over at my mother's house. Well, as it was, why, Jack Shannon said, he said that he was in the valve lifters. He says, "We're going to have this big thing coming on." He said, "And I'd like to," he said, "why don't you come on down to it?" He said, "You always had to hot rod cars and everything else," so I did. In the meantime, why, I turned around and I dug this sign out, and I told Jack Shannon at the time, I said, "I'll drop your drawers when I bring this sign in, or when I bring this thing," and I wouldn't tell him what it was. So finally I did, and come to find out, there it is. And everybody's really surprised to see something this old, and that I've had this thing for, you got to figure, 30 years sitting up on top of that garage.
Now you were in a different club.
I was in the cranks.
And where were they?
They were there. They were right here in Everett.
Everett also.
Yeah, but they were in fact, because we used to hold our meetings at Zon Baker's ambulance, or his dad's ambulance service there. That's where we used to hold our meetings.
And what years were that?
That was like 57 to 61 or something like that. I'm just guessing now. It's been so many years ago.
And Colby was the avenue.
Colby was the avenue.
And what was that like?
Man, it was wild. And you used to go down there and cruise all night long, and just we used to have the cars low. I had a little 55 Chevy. You could hardly stick a pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes underneath.
That was the unit of measure then, wasn't it?
That was I used to have a record player in it, the whole works. So
45?
Yeah, 45 record player.
Yeah.
Whereas me and Ron May both had it. We were about the only two in town that had record players in it. We both had 55 Chevy with record players in it. Of course, every time you hit one of those goddamn little cracks in the pavement, the record would jump.
What about the interior? Did you have the traditional tuck and roll?
Yeah.
One or two colors?
Yeah, and then I turned around and had...
Did you have one or two colors on the tuck and roll?
I had two. I had sort of a green, a light green, awkward green, and white.
Yeah.
And we had on the outside it was... I take that back. It was blue. And on the sort of a powder blue, and then on the outside I had... it was solid white, and it had blue scallops on it, and I had 55 Packard taillights Frenched into it. Electric door, and your coffee in the morning and all the rest of the stuff for lunch, like the old game.
We're continuing with Jim Spencer. He owns a gas station up on View Ridge. So you were telling me about your car and powder blue on the outside.
No, it's white with blue scallops.
White and blue scallops.
Yeah, powder blue and white interior.
Did you ever get in a race with that car?
Used to do a lot of street racing with it.
Did you ever win?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then after I got rid of it, I totally net out. I got smacked in I got accordion. I was parked south of the stoplight. The guy hit me. The guy in front of him took a left turn lane. He was going 45 miles an hour and just accordion. That was the end of that one. So I bought the car back and pulled the engine out. Sold the engine and then installed it in another guy's car for him, and I ended up going out and buying about a 59 Chevy Impala. And thus I used to go race that all the time. I used to pay up at Arlington, I think. So. Anyway, of course we have street race.
59, 348.
Yeah, I have 59, 348, 315 horse, 4-speed, 411 power style.
Did you ever tear the drive shaft down?
I mean, rip it out of there, you mean? No, never. Yeah, no, I really didn't. Never had trouble with it. Awful tough on clutches. Awful tough on clutches. I finally turned around and took.
12-inch truck clutch.
Well, yeah, but they weren't holding in either. So I turned around and went down to Piston Service down here in Everett, and that's when Cervex in Seattle was building clutches. And I says, "I want a 3,800-pound clutch." And I said, because they would test it and make it. And I said, "I want you to turn around and that's what I want." So they brought it back and gave it to me. And I bought it. I put it in, and I turn around and hit that thing in low gear, and I drop it in second gear, and that thing has so much torque with the fixing right off the clutch face, right off of the clutch itself, off the disc, just ripped it right off. So then after that, I took it out, and I finally got it broke in a little bit more and used on it. Worked good after that. Then the kid I sold my motor to, we put it back in Ron Miller. We put it in Miller's car. That was really funny. There was a guy.
The man who just left in the red bed? The red and white bed?
No.
What was his name?
I don't know who that was. I sold my engine to Ron Miller, so Ron Miller decided he wanted to go race it. I said, God damn, I said, don't get protested. I said, that thing's illegal as hell. I said, that's a big-asser engine. I said, that thing. No, I said, I'll be easy. I said, okay. I said, when you beat the guys, I said, just beat him, just enough to beat him. I says, and that's all. Okay, fine. So he went all the way through, and these guys couldn't believe it. This 56 shit that they've never saw before in their life would beat them. You know what I mean? So anyway, then he came up against a guy that won it every week. And this guy running a Buick, and he was out of Seattle or Renton or somewhere. Ron got on that thing, and was going down there, and the guy started catching him, and then all of a sudden Ron opened her up. He blew him 5 open in high gear alone. And this guy comes back screaming and protesting. By that time it was too late, and he didn't protest him before. So I couldn't tear the engine down. And he turned around and told Miller, he says, if you ever come around here again, he's just going to get tore down. It was funny. This guy never got beat. It was funny to see him
This
get
was a
beat.
regular racetrack?
Oh yeah, that was up at Arlington, the old Arlington Drags.
When did that close down?
Oh God. Let's see. I think about 65, 66, right in there.
Was that built as a drag strip, or was it all airport?
No, that was the old airport, Arlington Airport, made in the Arlington Hemming Association, where it was Jack Shannon and a bunch of those guys. They all leased it out. The drag strip, made a drag strip out of it. It was really good because it kept a lot of the guys that raced. I would rather race there than I would on the streets, you know, just like everybody else. And we had a lot of fun. And it was neat. We'd go up there and everybody would race and have fun. You know.
Now you mentioned there was a road rally kind of a deal between you and the...
Oh, the different clubs had these different
What was
road
the name of your
rallies.
club again?
I was in the Cranks.
The Cranks.
Okay, anything else?
Was there any other Everett clubs?
Let's see, the Cranks, the Valve Lifters. There's a few smaller clubs. Like I started out at one of the other smaller clubs, which that didn't really go. That was called the Sparkers, but that didn't go with it. But there was, yeah. There was usually, the main 2 clubs were the Cranks and Valve Lifters. The Cranks were mostly guys in town, the South Everett guys, which South Everett at that time was Pinehurst in that area. They mostly belonged to the Valve Lifters and stuff.
I understand this particular drive-in was an actual drive-in with car hops at one time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we used to put up here all the time. The car hops would come out, turn your lights on, and have the thing. And Smiley's Drive-in used to be across the street, which is the old XXX root beer. And then the A&W at the top of the hill. And we sort of routed, just made the circles all the time.
And wasn't there another hamburger stand a little farther up, like Beth's or Mary's or Girls' Night, about 52nd?
I don't remember that one. That I remember.
Huh?
We used to have the one down on Broadway down there. I forget what the name of that. Bing's, I guess it was. Every once in a while somebody, a bunch of us would go down to Bing's, but that wasn't very often.
What were the big deals in Colby?
Oh, everybody used, there was really no harm. I mean, you know, it wasn't like the problem they had the last bunch where they was drinking and urinating all over the streets and the windows and that type of stuff. I mean, it was...
Nobody crashed in any buildings or...
Yeah, and it was all clean type stuff. In other words, if you were going to play a joke on somebody, it wasn't a dirty joke or something like that. I mean, it was clean, you know, just... And sure as heck you're going to get it back. I mean, there was never no big arguments or nothing else. But we used to go drag Colby, and we'd go down to Colby and ride, and we got ride for a while, and you park off the street, and somebody else would. You go down and talk to each other back and forth across to the windows over there, have the windows down. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. you have rivalries or anything with like any other towns? Arlington, Darrington, Snohomish?
Not really. The only rival we had was when we used to always go up to the Savannah dance. Of course,
Savannah Hall.
Yeah. That was against the boys from over there at the naval base. That was our original weekend growl with them, and that was about it. But it was a lot of fun. Like I say, most of the guys stuck together. If a guy had a problem with their car or something, there's always somebody to come around to help him. And it's good camaraderie.
Did you ever see any really radical cars? Was there anybody that was known to be a really radical car builder?
No.
Running something on the street that probably ought to be on the street? No?
No, not really. Not that I can remember. Most of the guys that drove the streets. Most of the guys didn't have a car that they could turn on and set off and leave in the garage and then drive their other car there in the street all day. Most guys usually had to drive cars for both purposes. They had to go to school, go to work, or whatever. So it wasn't that a guy could afford to turn around at those times. And the only bad thing it got to be in the early 60s where you could go, like me as a for instance, I'd have a little 55 Chevy and I'd work my rear end off to make it go faster and scrape everything I could. And there were some doctors could go down and buy a brand new car from off the showroom floor and go out and blow my doors off, you know. That's the only part that always made me feel bad. Sure made me feel good when I beat him too.
63, 64, 409.
Well, yeah, you couldn't compete with the 409s anymore. The 409s and 406 But they had the old 389 Pontiacs. They were quick. You get the old 389 Pontiacs and the cantilever, and then there was one right underneath it. They were pretty quick old cars.
I think it was Star Cheese. Bonneville was tough.
Yeah, they had one in there though. It was just right between the Catalina and the Bonneville. I can't remember what they called it. And then Ron May had one, and the other kid was his dad was a doctor in town. I can't think what his name was. He got one. Pontiacs. It was 1960 Pontiac, two-door hardtops.
You mentioned Jack Shannon. What was he driving?
Jack used to drive a Ford, as I remember. It's been so many years ago now. And he used to be in the auto shop there at high school. I remember him, Jack, and all these guys playing around with different deals. And then he got together with I think it was Brad Rocky. Got together and they used to race an old Buick. Guy that old Buick was fast. They had a 42 Buick. 42 Buick, and they used to race that thing. And they always, the old Buick was so fast. I mean, for just an old
straight 8, then wasn't it?
An old straight 8, running dual carbs off it, which was factory. And but it was, it was a honking old effort. I think it really was. It was a neat car.
And then when are you still running a car?
I just sold mine 2 years ago. I had a 55 sedan delivery, and the guy was going to turn around and one of the guys used to work for me and became one of my best friends. Turned around and went out and he's in a big block store. And this gal had this whole bunch of big block race parts. And he went and said, well, come over and take a look at them, tell me what you're going to give me for it. So he went over to take a look, and she says, right there in the back of that Chevrolet over there. So I opened it up, and the whole back end was full of big block race parts. God, there was something like $3,000 or $4,000 worth of race parts. So I said, I mean to beat you down. He said, well, I'll give you $1,500 for it. Because I don't know what's good and what isn't. He says, you got a deal? And he says, okay. He says, I'll go get my truck and come back and load them. She says, no, you don't. She says, that sedan delivery goes with it. The sedan delivery used to be a racing show car way back years and years ago. And so anyway, he took it home, took all the race parts out of it. He said, I said, what are you going to do with the sedan delivery? Oh, he says, it needs a lot of work. And I said, well, I know that. I said, I mean, there's no floorboard. You just stick your foot right through it. I said, what are you going to do with it? He said, well, I'm going to turn around. He said, probably just take it down to the wrecking yard, drop it off, let him smack it in the head. I said, well, let me have it. He said, I'll buy it for you. He said, no, just take it. So I got my wrecker and brought it home and started working on it, put new floorboards in it. Put new floorboards in it and started over, and it took me maybe 3 years or so or better. Finally got it all done. And it had a tube axle front end set real high, and it had coilover shocks on it. It was on the 55 to 57 old Pontiac rear end. I was running a 538 rear end in it, which was super low, but then my tires were that wide and stood about this high, so they were
31, 32.
Yeah, see. So it was, but anyway, that was a neat old car, and it had all diamond tucked interior, including the roof. There was no wiring. It was strictly a race car. It had no wiring. It was turnkey, and that was it. It had no wires, no heaters, no defroster tubes, no nothing. So, of course, I used to tear those apart, put them back together when I was kidding all the time. So I finally just turned around and found all the parts, scrounged through all the wrecking yards and stuff. I found all the parts for it, put it all back together. And it was a neat car. They put all new chrome on it. My wife and I drove it for a few years. Then for a couple of years, we didn't even license it.
You're okay with your Pepsis?
Yes, I am. You're right. Well, anyway, I finally just turned around and we didn't drive it anymore. The guy really wanted it bad. So he says, oh heck, I said, you want it? I said, go ahead and I'll sell it to you. So I sold it to him. And they got rid of it. And that was just, like I say, about 2 years ago. So meanwhile, I'm sitting home. I still got 3 or 4 more rear ends sitting there. And got a 4-speed sitting up in the bench with all the race linkage on it. And I still got a bunch of race parts. I keep thinking, well, maybe one of these days I'll find something I want to play around with again. So,
Yeah, they're reviving some of the old timing associations and that sort of thing now. Vintage drags, doing 8th mile out at Monroe now again. Not again, I don't know if they ever did it out here, but doing 8th mile, which is fun. You don't get quite the speed. Competition's still there. So that's kind of fun.
yeah. We used to have a lot of fun.
Well, do you come out here? Are there any other events or anything?
Yeah, we was out here. They've had 2 others. So I've come to both of them. Just shot the breeze with a bunch of the guys I knew and ran around with. Of course, I graduated in 1958, so I was through all this whole section. My wife was from Marysville, and she used to race the cars at Powder Puff. We knew all the guys from Marysville and the guys from Everett. Remember a lot of the guys were from Marysville. I got to know them real well, of course, through my wife and stuff, and the races and everything. There was never any, even a lot of the guys from Snohomish, there was never any, you run this deal now, there's a lot of friction between different people coming from different towns and stuff. We didn't have that kind of it was just, it was a neat deal. It was a good time. It was a good time to grow up. A lot different than now. You had an argument with a guy, and you had an argument from the guy. I mean, you're not going to have to worry about somebody pulling the gun. You put your fist where your mouth is, and you're either going to stand up and get or shut up, And there was never any of this stuff like there is now. Like I say, that was a neat part of it. I guess of growing up and seeing all that.
You mentioned you had a little rally there. You started telling the story about.
Well, yeah, we used to have the car rallies. The different clubs that have the car rallies, because that's how the clubs would make their money. A lot of them make their money. And what we do in these car rallies is we would take and different people would drive this route and find out it's going to speed limit. How long it would take you if you had exactly lots of. A lot of times we do it at night. there wasn't any cars anymore. And we would go through the whole thing. We would time from checkpoint to checkpoint exactly how long it took you driving the speed limit. And then we would set a certain time for the whole rally or different checkpoints. And what we would do is we'd run this rally and everybody would come to it. And very minimal to get into. And you know, hey, a guy chance if you go in first place, maybe you had a chance to get winning a couple tires. It was donated from the different businesses in town, or maybe a set of fan belts, or anything. You know, just different things they would donate. 5 bells, a gas, or a few quarts of oil, or whatever. And so we used to have these different things, and it was, I'd say it was a lot of fun because they'd go out and they'd run this thing, and if they ended up, the guy closest is the one that won it. And they used to have a hardship deal like St. Bob the Dill, which was well known in every time. He had a little pretty cool Ford coupe. Turned around, snapped off his gear shift lever, so he took a pair of vice grips, clipped onto it, and that's why he had to drive the whole thing. He didn't win the time-wise, but he won the hardship thing because it kept snapping off, and his pliers kept snapping off. He'd like go from first or maybe in the second, or he couldn't get it into first. And so that's all some of the fun we had. Yeah.
You kept Ford over, but we're going to go for right at the top now.
There's another 57 out there.
There is?
White with chrome wheels.
Check it out.
Yeah. So you didn't grow up around here? Yes. You did? Were you in a club?
Which club?
I said, were you?
Yeah.
What were some of the clubs you were in?
Scavengers from the road.
Scavengers?
Scavengers. You know what those scavenger pipes you know?
Yeah, is that that plaque that you have?
Yeah.
Here you go.
1960.
That's from 1960.
I belonged to another club, but I don't remember the name of it.
He was telling me there used to be one called the Sparkers.
I'm sorry.
Sparkers, you know, like Spark Zap. And they've got a plaque out there from a club called the Valve.
Yeah.
And then he said there was another club here called Cranks.
Right.
Because I had those plates in the bottom of it too.
Dick Foss's here.
Stop remember.
He's got a plaque that it's
Stop remember. You saw
the injector, or igniter, excuse me.
back of it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Had those little moldings. It was race cars. Prototype.
Okay,
Okay.
so 1960,
Yeah.
you were in a club. What kind of car did you have then?
34 Ford 3-window coupe.
Yeah, and that was when you were in the Scavengers?
Yeah. 1960.
Was that a stock car?
No, I had a flathead tri-power, 4-speed. With
Nail, lettuce,
I think it was a LaSalle 4-speed. 3 Stromberg.
Did you ever race that car?
Down Colby, Saturday night. We used to race Ron Thornberry,
Oh yeah,
some of the local guys.
yeah, Thornberry.
His 61 Chevy Impala. Yeah. I can't remember those guys. Bunch of them. Every Saturday night, Friday and Saturday night out here in Colby.
Did you ever go up to the Gatzes up in Savannah?
Went to Savannah, Lundeen.
London?
Yep. You know where that is?
You never got in trouble with that up there, did you?
Oh, all the time. You know where Lundeen, just across from where Lundeen Park is now?
No.
You know where I live, my place?
Yeah.
Just across, in front of the Texaco, right across the street.
There was a place there.
Oh, Lundeen, yeah. It was the hoppingest place around. It was a no drinking area. It wasn't a tavern. Teenage nightclub band.
I got to town about the time they messed up the office. Remember the office tavern?
Yeah.
And I think it was that very week that they closed it down, tore it down, made it all go away.
Yeah, we used to go up to Stanwood quite a bit. And the Hilltop, dance hall, and can't remember there's 2 or 3 of them. Really, really hot places.
Remember any strange occurrences on Colby?
They were all straight. All
I'm still trying to find out who anybody knows a guy that used to have little yellow Willies, 49 Willies.
The thing to do is ask Phil out there.
That's the guy's name is Sellers.
Name what?
One of the Sellers. Sellers brothers.
Talk to, you know who Phil is out there? This guy with the little Willie pickup. He's out right up front here. Phil Morris.
Phil Morris.
Yeah, Philip Morris.
Oh, I could go out. I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful little car. He knows Willie's Anglias, if anybody's got him or had him. He has some history on these cars that goes way back. He used to be an official photographer and write-up for someplace in California. He has pictures and stuff of some of these little super fast Willies and stuff in his collection. And one of these days he wanted to have us go to his place and show us some of the pictures.
That'd be a great idea.
But go talk to him. He's got all kinds of history.
I will do that.
After a while.
I will do that. Since you don't want to talk to me anymore.
Huh?
Since you don't want to talk
Well, I'll
to me
talk to you.
anymore.
Years ago, when I was
Maybe.
looking at new cars, I was supposed to go in today. I was looking at cars with Sharon, and they said,
When Bliss bought this place, we were already here.
I don't care what you tell me if it's a 6 or an 8.
He came up from Ballard, had Ice Creamery in Ballard, and then he bought this. I believe he had them both for a while, then he got rid of that one.
When she wants a couple, and I
That's his son that works here too.
Yes.
of colors, and if it had couple.
What kind of cars were you guys?
Well, at that time, you know, I had a 44 Coupe, a 57 Chip, a 41 Chip, a 51 Chip.
This is what, 59?
56 to 58.
Oh, so you got a fairly good car.
No, not really. The 57 Chevy was. And yeah, 57 Chevy was.
You mean later be a Ford.
But I had it later, yeah, that's right. The first car I was a 44 Coupe.
I think you
I sold
had,
it for, like I say, $60.
I think he had a car before I did.
Yeah, so he would take me to
So
the
I'd
dance.
drive him to get his girlfriend, drive him to the dances, and then come back and pick him up.
He had the car, but wouldn't hold that to drive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get around, so I bought the car so he could take us.
He didn't know how to dress even. I had to show him how to dress. Call his DA in for him.
Your protege.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
So did you race any of those cars?
I never really got into the racing. I couldn't afford to customize, and that's why I don't have a car now.
Bobby said,
I love it. That's why I do.
well, it didn't matter. He got
That's the neat thing that's still a dominant factor. Like if you call it that, it doesn't matter if you've got a $100,000 Boyd Cottage in the car, or if you just got a lowrider primer, you know, it's a hot rod. It's a hot rod.
Well, I went on it to get into 4x4s, and I done a couple of 4x4s, really nice.
Well, you was president of the Sang class.
Well, I started,
Sang Commandos, yeah.
and we got a big club, but I'm not in it anymore.
Is there still a place to run down
When I knew down there was
All the sand dunes are still open. They really patrol it now. Memorial Day weekend, we'll probably have 5,000 people.
we used to play
They're in the back of it.
and we play.
Isn't that amazing?
But they patrol it now, the regular sheriff's patrol. They really
gravel.
Do you have to have a permit or something?
I think it's that because I think your ATVs, of course, they have to, but the Jeeps and 4x4s, I don't think they
I noticed this kid that's been helping me a little bit. I've been helping him with his lead brother, and he's got a Chevy powered two-wheel drive. He's got sand paddle tires. He wants to run it somewhere, but he just doesn't know where he can take it.
Well, the worst place to go Memorial Day weekend is Moses Lake, or something like that. The weekend before or the weekend after, that's when to go. Probably after, because the sand will be softer. And later he waits, maybe even into July, because the sand gets softer. There's a lot of ash in it yet. We had that much ash there.
Now it gets airborne again.
Yeah, you stir it up, and man, it gets everything. It'll turn a spark plug to rust. Real abrasive.
have real good air conditioning. Big stack up.
I took a car top carrier, put it across my car with mine. Took a truck filter, truck filter about that big around. I made a canister to fit in. Then I put a foam rubber all the way around it, and ran from the back out with dryer all the way down my fender and into the carburetor. And that's the only way my engine ever lasted. I mean, it was just frying them. Just frying them.
You can't remember her name?
I'm glad I was here.
Oh, I'll tell you, I woke up.
Any farther south?
I had a Jeep and I had the rear end out underneath and I was doing it from the ground up. I had it across a couple sawhorses outside my garage. And I noticed it was starting to get scraping. I noticed it started getting a little darker. And I looked over like that and I thought, man, we're going to have a rainstorm like you can't believe, you know. So I got up and moved this end in and then I moved this end in and put it right inside my garage so there was more light. And I'm scraping away and pretty soon I'm looking out and it's almost black. And I'm seeing this stuff and I'm thinking, what's going on here? Because I didn't have a radio on or nothing. I went in the house and my wife was telling me what had happened. And by then it was all the street lights were on, it was just pitch black. And this was noon, straight up. So I called my daughter, she was in church, told her to get home right away. There's nowhere else. So she came home right away. It's weird. It's a weird feeling to go through something like that because you don't know if it's going to kill you to breathe it.
Right. Well, particle.
People were stranded on the
Turn off the camera and I'll ask you a nasty question.
A nasty question. Jack Sean?
Yeah, he's still wearing his hair right there, exactly the same way.
Jack and I, right?
Yeah, look at all the other guys with long hair.
Mine was a little longer too.
Well, this isn't all that old, is it?
Look at the long hair on that guy.
This has to be in the
That tells you right there. This is the hair.
Looks like Larry Tavish there.
Sure, I do. Yeah. Oh man, do you know him?
We got the Phil Chuck Sand and Gravel.
Isn't that the guy who's in Swine?
No.
Oh,
No. So that, you talk about Larry. Who we thought that was?
This is how they rated on the cars.
Oh, there you go. Who's this guy with a cigar?
That's Johnny.
Johnny Johnson.
Yeah,
He sat right up there at the counter in that corner. He had a glass eye. He worked down at the mill.
He owned that corner.
this is him again.
Oh, look at the glasses on this girl. He's
Yeah. Well, this is him here again. See, last night, and he'd go out to the car here and mix up whiskey and ice cream, make this whiskey float. And in about a half hour, you'd want to take any cop's gun away from town and make them even town.
A pretty good sized guy.
Man, who is that girl? I remember her.
I don't remember.
Gee.
This thing on that side here.
Yeah, it's just oh man, I remember this guy. What's his name? So we got a lot of pictures of Johnny.
Yeah. Well, he was here all the time.
For a minute, I thought there was meat in there. Short hair. I don't think it is. Have you seen these already?
I just looked at it.
Oh.
I didn't even know they were up there. Somebody said, hey, there's a picture of you with her. I thought that was me, but it's not.
No, it's not you.
Yeah, he's got a character. He looks like he'd be an understudy for Jack Gleason. Marlene Key. Will.
Jack and his little boy there. Jack.
Eddie Edgecombe. Did you know him?
I remember the
I
name.
remember the name of her.
No, it's Steve Edgecombe.
This is that girl, isn't it, that was standing on the sidewalk? This is that Swagger.
Well, that's his wife.
Oh, okay, what's her there?
Yeah, I know.
I'll go see what ones he's looked at. Have you got a pile of that's already been seen by both of you? Okay. I'll take those.
That's not a real attractive picture.
Yeah, you remember this guy? Bill Newmar?
Where?
He used to shine shoes down at that barber shop.
Where?
Oh, no, right there. In the striped shirt.
I know, I remember the name.
Seeing this girl around.
He was dark.
Yeah. Cat eye glasses. Or
That girl right there. That girl right there was a waitress here that was killed.
is that happening?
Look here, ground floor.
Look at this right here.
Top sirloin, $1.29. That's a deal. Is this you?
No,
Hard to tell now, you know.
I don't know who that is. I was sitting with Jack Shannon in that first one you looked at.
Oh.
On last shot.
There's Ziggy.
Well, they had. Oh, here's the car house door right here.
See, there used to be a
Swinging
counter.
door back there.
You paid right here. There was one counter right up the middle that they walked inside of. And you sit on both sides.
Yeah, white sport coat. George June. Oh, I know this guy. He had a business right here in town until recently.
What's his name?
George June. He had one of those instant signs. Deals with the vinyl letters.
Hi, do you know if there's a Pontiac car club in the area?
I don't. I haven't heard of a Pontiac.
You wouldn't know of a, his name's Jerry Bond. He has old Pontiacs. He lives in Monroe. He's got a couple of them for sale, and I've been trying to find them for months. That's all I know.
I'm afraid I don't, but I'm not one of the old timers around here. The guy out there in the blue blazer with the DA,
Right
I
here?
guess you call it. Uh-huh.
Jack Shannon.
Jack Shannon.
He might know.
He might know.
If anybody does, he does.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to him. Thanks a lot. Okay.
You got it. 998.
Quite a deal.
I think this is one of the names I got down here. Daryl. That's Daryl Meir.
You waiting to see these?
Yeah, I wanted to look through.
These are down there. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
One I used to.
Yeah, this Johnny Johnson was a pretty popular guy.
Well, he was here 24 hours a day almost.
Did he have a disability or something from the plant?
Had a 254 Chrysler 6-cylinder.
Is that right?
What's that?
Oh, my old 46 Plymouth.
Oh,
See, this is this guy. Oh, you're the different guy. We was telling him to go out and talk to him.
the two one barrels on there, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know what any money in those things.
Probably race the old Heads and Hornets, huh?
Yeah, who had that? There was one 318 cubic inch. That was a pretty fast 6-cylinder.
Yeah,
John was faster though.
those Hornets were pretty fast little cars on the top end.
You see anybody in there you'd like to blackmail?
Yeah, isn't this something? I like the hairdos and the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
You got any pictures of the cars out front?
Shannon. No. Not. Well, the last time we were here, I took those two that's behind the cash register. They're all- Oh, it's up. No, I don't know who's that car. That was from the last thing.
Did you recognize Anita? Did you get to talk to her?
Yeah, if she had talked to me instead of by walking up to her, I would have been fine.
Been trying to sit next to you.
What?
You're gonna be in trouble now.
G-A-Y-L.
Always watch me. I can't sit too close to her.
G-A-I-L.
What I ought to do is sit there and tell them stories
Don't
about
tell
all
the
of
truth.
you.
Don't be telling that.
I think part of those stories are made up, Liz. Yeah, I think so.
So anyhow, you were a waitress here.
Yes.
From when to when?
Let's see. I came to work when I was 16, and I worked here all summer
That was
long.
like 1978.
No. 1955.
Lily want coffee?
So it was before Bugs Bunny.
No, it was bought in 1953.
Oh,
Yeah, no, yeah. No. Wait, we can
I quit when school started that fall. And I got a little panicked when I didn't have a paycheck coming in. And in a very short time I came back.
Okay, so large pineapple shake, two more, or more.
Thanksgiving evening, a girlfriend of mine, Maggie Sherlock, and I went out
that
to see a movie. And we ran into Louie and his buddy Steve Bauer.
Broken radio.
And we were all waiting at, or she and I were waiting at the Imperial Buffet for the bus.
Got a good
And the
radio.
guys were stopping after a movie or something, and they took us home. And
Jack,
on the
did you
way
want any
home, we
coffee or
came to the
anything?
Totem.
Okay.
It was closed. But we came up here and sat out here and rapped for a while and got acquainted because I didn't know him very well.
There you go.
So anyway, he took us back home again, and I was living out in Lowell, and we started seeing each other after that. And he insisted that I quit working here. He was in track. He'd been a football player all the years of school, and he got back late and didn't turn out for football and ended up turning out for track, which he had never done. And he never lost a race. So it was quite a turning point in his life to find he had athletic ability that had never been tapped. But he and I dated for a couple of years. He went into the service. He was one of the reservists that went in for 6 months and then they came home. So when he came back, he decided he had to be loose. So we broke up.
came back to work.
There's storage in your hair.
Don't have any stories. Don't have any stories.
Well, I know you have a 52 Chev, red and white. Oh, it's not on yet.
Oh, good.
Well, it is a.
Oh, golly, that red light must mean it's on. I'll be darned.
Yeah, it's still got some tape going. So it's 52 Chevy. He probably just drove very cautiously and never raced. Didn't know anything about the Broadway.
We never have power to race on 52 Chevy. That's why I never got any ticket to any power.
Running power slides?
Mag transmission. And had skirts, had a visor. It was a pretty low car.
Yeah.
Brought it back to Detroit, hauled it back on a truck, drove the truck all the way back 3,000 miles with it.
I went to Detroit and actually bought it.
Well, I went back to Detroit to bring to drive a truck back.
What, to drive a truck?
In my junior summer, my senior summer, or junior summer, before senior high school started. My dad knew a guy that bought a brand new truck back there. Need a way to get out here, so he bought me an airplane ticket up and gave me a credit card. Come back
Oh my God, that's
It was an experience. I was only 18, and I drove 3,000 miles in a truck. I'm familiar with roads.
Yeah.
And I bought a car.
Yeah.
I could have bought the same car out here for, I paid $750 for it out there. The car out here would have cost me about $1,400. So it was close to half in Detroit. That was for a 52 Chev in 1956, a 4-year-old car for $700. Because used cars in Detroit weren't very a lot of money. So that's what I did. It was a real pretty car. Never changed the color. Just kept it the same color, the red already.
That's Jack Shannon.
Two-tone. Put seat covers in it. I already had fender skirts. I already had the visor. The motor ran forever, and you couldn't even hear the car run. It's a little teeny. Back in the days, where there's a small engine, there was nothing. You could stand right in there with the engine. Now you can
climb in there and change.
Now it's all pipes and everything. Yep, we cruise Colby every night.
Did you, I think I was showing her all these names from somebody called them the Totem Gang. The Dietrichs, Bill and Frank.
Who's this one?
Dale Willard.
Bill and Frank, yeah.
And Dixie Daggett, Billy and Judy Tackett.
Yeah.
This must be the parents of Billy Tackett that owns the
No, it wouldn't be Billy G. Tackett, it'd be Judy Tackett was out there. Billy was too young.
Yeah.
Billy was too young. No, this is Judy and Billy Tackett. I mean, I know both of them real well. But Judy Tackett out here. I mean, not Judy Tackett. Judy Tackett doesn't know. Oh, well, Billy and Judy, yeah, they're the same age. I'm thinking of his sister's name, Dolores Tackett. Dolores and Billy owns the, what's the name of the restaurant?
Luzzine's.
The little brother Billy. But Judy and Billy probably hung out here together at one time or another. But Judy and Billy were both
But they were
about the same age.
He wouldn't have been here in the 50s and
No.
60s. No.
No.
That's why I questioned you. I just crossed the line. Ray
Dolores
Brown, everybody knows Ray Brown.
Dolores Tackett was there.
Dolores. Ray Brown, Dale Crusoe, Daryl Sampson, Daryl Tangen?
Tangen.
Don Sampson married my sister.
Don Sampson?
No, that's Daryl Sampson too, that's his brother.
Yeah. So anyway, she called them the Totem Gang, that they were the badasses.
Yeah, Bill Tosa was about as bad as they came.
Whatever happened to him?
He's in town, calmed down, he's a longshoreman. He lives down over, I heard about Scott Paper in the department. Quit drinking and all that shit, you know.
Well, calmed down usually.
Those deals were, sometimes you have to do that in order to stay alive, I guess.
Yeah.
He was a tough guy. Just physically tough. He really was. For a lot of years. But he did a good job. He was a longshoreman. He might still be a longshoreman.
We talked about some of the old club names, the Scavengers, Sparkers, Valve-Lifters, Cranks, Igniters,
Cranks from Everett,
High Domes.
I remember the Cranks were from Everett. My cousin belonged to that. I had a cousin, actually a step cousin, I guess. He's married to my cousin.
What was his name?
Thomas, Ed Thomas. He was a crank. He was one of the crank guys.
Ed Thomas was a crank.
They had a lot of cars. They had a lot of car clubs.
How about that?
Did they?
A lot of car clubs, yeah.
Most of them weren't very organized though, you know?
Well, no. It's just half a dozen or dozen guys, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't have the time for car clubs. I worked all the time. Once I got out of school, I worked all the time.
Yeah. I never belonged to one either.
You remember?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Craig Van Sant.
Van Sant?
Yeah. I've just been around here since 73. First came up here in 69. I've been here steady since 73.
I've been here since 38.
Yeah.
Born over there in the hospital.
Yeah. A few years ago. Oh, I know somebody nobody's mentioned is Phil that owns Med City Towing.
Phil Kane.
Yeah, I wonder if
lived
this
right
one.
Phil Kane lived right over here. Just over in that corner over there, in the far corner.
I was telling you some stories about finding cars down in gullies and stuff. And in fact, you probably might have remember there used to be a road that wandered back through there and then back behind those houses and then came into, ran into this old 99 back.
Still does, yeah.
Well, it's covered over a lot of it.
Oh, a different road, okay.
Yeah, old concrete, real narrow concrete road down there. I talked to him. I saw it when I worked at Everett Docking. We had a little car lot of a pie sheet shaped lot up here. It's a better used car lot. In the winter, when all the vegetation died, you could see it down in there. It's just a little strip of road along there. I didn't know the old highway or something.
I didn't know that. Must have been.
Was he part of this totem gang, you think? Phil Kane?
No, I don't think so. Phil's always pretty much a loner.
Okay. What's your name?
Ron Hecker.
Ron Hecker. And I've got you down on this other page here.
Good.
Yep, right there.
Why, what did I do there?
Well, I was asking what kind of cars you guys were driving around back then.
Oh, jeez. I think the first one in here was, I had a 52 Pontiac, or 55
You were
Pontiac.
saying you were straight A student.
Who told you that, Louis? Yeah, he was a straight A student too, yeah. We both were, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You believe that? You believe it?
Yeah, by bridge.
Hey, I didn't
No, I think she said you were more an athletic crowd.
We're more car crowd, I think.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you started telling me. What kind of car?
55 Pontiac.
55. Star Chief. No, Star Chief?
No, it was. I think it was a Catalina. I bought it new at Simpsons. It was a two-door hardtop. And my old man was mad at me because I picked the car up at Simpsons. So I'd been fishing that year with Mike Radovich with Everett Fish Company. I worked down there, and we went fishing one summer. And I came home, and I bought it there. And I bought the car there, and I took it right down to Central Body Works. Who owned Central Body Works? I remember. Anyway, I took it right down there, and they painted it, and they took all the upholstery out, and they did the upholstery and everything.
And this is a brand new car?
Yeah, and then we lowered it down. And we couldn't buy lowering kits, so we got the porch underneath and heated all the springs and everything. It worked pretty good.
You must have been a big hit.
After that, I bought had a '59 vaudeville convertible, blue, big blue thing. It was about 3/4 of a block long. I had that car for a long time.
Yeah. This is the factory powder blue, baby blue.
Yeah.
My parents had Star Chief. Same color.
Vaudeville convertible. Had a 348 and a 3-speed. And Russ Curran had a 60 Pontiac, and we used to race out the airport all the time. And Russ would come out, and every Saturday night we'd race out there, and they'd beat him every Saturday night. So that big old Bonneville, weighed 5,000 pounds.
Was it the Pontiac motor in it?
Yeah.
That was a 389.
Yeah, 389. Yeah, with tripod. Yeah. Anyway, Saturday night I'd beat Russ, and he'd go home, and they'd work on the car all week, and add something else to it on his 60 Pontiac, and then come back next week and beat him again. This went on for a long time. He finally beat me. It's a matter of money.
Yeah, that's right. That's what one other guy finally told me, and it took me years to finally find out he was right. Somebody's going to have more money.
Yeah.
But,
true story.
Have a faster car. Yeah.
Come on.
55 and a 59. So you were a Pontiac. It was just a guy here asking me about a Pontiac club. There was a Pontiac club around here somewhere. He was in here.
And after the '59, I bought the very first Grand Prix in the area. '62 when they come out with the Grand Prix. We went
21.
No, it had a little engine. It had 389 in it, maybe. Yeah, it didn't have a big engine. Nice car. I bought it at the Seattle Auto Show. I bought it brand new. It was the first Grand Prix they had in the area. It was a white one with a tan interior, tan vinyl interior.
Well, what were you doing that you were so well off? You got 5 brand new cars.
I just made a lot of payments. I worked for Everett Fish Company. I worked there for a long time.
As a fisherman?
No, in the fish house.
In the fish house.
Then we went fishing 1 year, 1 or 2 years we went fishing.
You ever heard of something called crab lung? I need a tool somewhere. Dad's dying.
Crab lung?
Some kind of bacteria. It'll last for a long time. I never heard of it. Anyway. So, Anything in particular you remember about all those hundreds of nights spent in this place?
God.
Any big fights?
No.
Any big car crash?
No, I think the
Big race?
I remember one night Joyce was working. This had to be 55, maybe 56. Joyce was working, and Wayne Dietrich was in here. And Wayne was always raising hell, you know. He was kind of boisterous, and he tore all the menus up, and he got 86th for a couple of months. That was a pretty big deal then.
His brother Bill, is he always that quiet? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know Bill very well.
Bill worked there.
Oh, did you?
Oh, he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
Gave me a job when I really needed him. Made a job for me.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayne. I can't remember anything other than that. That's a long time ago. That's 40 years ago. We talked about it. I still come in here every morning for coffee.
Every morning?
Every morning. Except weekends, no. I'm finding this easier to stay in bed on weekends. Yeah, we every morning right here.
I've been going up for a few years then. 4 years?
Yeah,
The cigar box. I love the cigar box.
Probably remember the guy, something Jackson or something, he used to, one-eyed guy that sat over in the corner. What was his name? I don't know. She's got pictures of it. Every picture she's got, guy's got a cigar, supposedly had a glass eye. Sitting in the corner.
What's that? Joyce, who's that with the glass eye that just sat over in the corner? Who's that? No, he's not here now. He used to sit, we come in with glass eye. Who had a glass eye used to come in here?
Oh, John Johnson.
John Johnson. Yeah, that's I remember who he was.
Different times in his life.
Yeah.
Worked as
Well,
wooden ships.
Yeah, there was some guys here I hadn't seen for a while. Radovich, I haven't seen Radovich for a while here. Yeah.
Picture of him. It shows him bent over with, I think it's a chainsaw.
don't remember any real
Hand.
strange occasion.
He will show you the motion of being a proper saw or
Not till I get home tonight. Then I'll, you know, you remember when you walk out the